When in 2015, while receiving the Michael Jackson video Vanguard Award at the MTV Video Music Awards, Kanye said that he is planning on running for the president in 2020. Everyone in Curious Sips, along with the whole world, was shocked. Cause, first of all, what kind of an acceptance speech is that? And secondly, what? Are you out of your mind, Kanye? Of course, Curious Sips did not take him seriously. We just thought he was going through yet another Kanye phase, but when we saw his recent Insta post of Kim, we had a change of heart. Seems like Kim Kardashian is getting ready to become the next First Lady. Stay with Curious Sips to find out why we have this theory. Kanye tweeting things every single second is something that we were already used to. Guess it is one of those drawbacks of being a musical genius. And it was all fun until he decided to talk about politics. Now, we here at Curious Sips do not know much about the topic of politics. Even with our little knowledge, we know that this guy was way out of his line. On the 25th of August 2018, with a single tweet, Kanye dug his own grave. He talked about he and Donald Trump are both dragon energy, whatever that's supposed to mean, and he addressed Trump as his brother. We know, but this was not the first time West talked about politics. As we mentioned at the beginning of the video, at the 2015 MTV Video Music Awards, while receiving his award, Kanye announced that he was going to run for president in 2020. But he later changed his mind, and he pushed back his planned presidential bid until 2024 election. Did you finally get the conclusion that this was not a good choice from the very beginning, Kanye? In his 2015 acceptance speech, he said that he didn't care what he was going to lose after announcing his big news. But maybe he actually did. Or maybe the dragon energy has been dead for a while. Or maybe that Kim is taking way too long to get ready for her First Lady image. You asking where that came from? Well, here in Curious Sips, we sit and come up with all kinds of possibilities. The one that has the craziest theory wins and starts writing the script with proof. You asking what those signs are now? Well, let's see. Kim has always said that Kanye has changed him for the better. He taught her how to dress better, introduced her to some big names, gave her all kinds of fancy gifts, and now it seems like he is teaching her about politics too. Who would have thought that someone who became so famous for her tape could be the next First Lady? Literally no one. Curious Sips believes if Kim and Kanye are running, Beyonce and Jay-Z need to run against them. Make America great again. Who run the world? Queen Beyonce. But all joking aside, Kim has come so far and has changed her image a lot. When same-sex marriages in 2012 were legalized, she wrote an essay on her website. Curious Sips is not sure if Kim wrote it herself, but it was under her name. Also, when Trump's ban on transgender military service happened, she voiced her disagreement, just like the rest of the people. But this tweet only got more likes and retweets. She even went on to talk about gun control, which led her to becoming part of the Black Lives Matter movement. Also for this matter, she wrote yet another essay on her website saying, "I want my children to grow up knowing that their lives matter. I do not ever want to teach my son to be scared of the police or to tell him that he has to watch his back because the people we told to trust, the people who protect and serve, may not be protecting and serving him because of the color of his skin." Not only that, she was involved in so many fundraisers and blood donations, like the ones for the hurricane in Puerto Rico and Las Vegas shooting. But one of the biggest steps she took was to get involved in the criminal justice system. She advocated for a pardon for Alice Marie Johnson, a low-level drug offender who served more than 20 years in prison. She also paid 5 years of rent to Charles Matthew and enlisted her legal team to help Cynthia Brown. Well, she was not the one who did all of this, her attorney and her team did, but she was the voice and the face behind it all. And now, her meeting with Governor Newsom and supporting his decision to help bring an end to the California death penalty. She posted this picture on her Instagram with the caption, "Racial bias and unfairness run deep throughout the justice system, but especially when it comes to the death penalty. And we should not be okay with the risk that an innocent person could be executed. I hope we can turn toward better solutions that focus more on healing victims of trauma and prioritizing fairness and justice." Is all of this because Kim is getting ready for her possible new role as the next First Lady? Did Kanye push his run for president back because of Kim's preparation process? Do you think all of this is just a publicity stunt? We here at Curious Sips don't know what to think anymore, so we're looking forward to reading your comments. Oh, and don't forget to become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel.